Sound crazy. Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a Mexican sweet potato hash, requested by the champ himself.
And Jay, what you gonna come down with a Versace roll on?
Greatness does not shout, it shows up ready, and Shakur Stevenson has been handling this moment like someone who has been quietly preparing for it his entire life.
Started out playing baseball, baseball bat in his hand. He exhibited a very keen hand-eye coordination, at a very early age, He and I, every day, were watching boxing. So one day, he finally sat up and just started punching. I'm like, whoa, hey. At the time, barely. We started punching and throwing the bat, doing everything.
Get that one right to that shoulder.
Don't work, guys. You got one. Don't stay there. Don't stay there. Don't stay there. And the first one was.
Shows how you call me that little shot in the first round.
Huh?
Little bullshit shot.
Was I catching it?
You got it back.
Hey, it's straight. I seen you around a couple of times. I was at
His steps have no hurry, no wasted movement, just one purpose building on another, especially now with Andre Ward in his corner honing every edge for Teofimo.
Yeah. The way your heart rate is recovering right now, you getting close, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, he getting tired.
Yeah.
And then he'll do some fight. Boom, boom. Like, okay.
I gotta rest up, take some wind.
Yeah. I saw him catching some of that too.
It's what you really gotta watch out for. I like the little, but the lead hand is like sneaky.
I love
it's down here. So you get caught like looking at it and waiting for it to come. And then something.
I like how he stay long and keep that angle.
Yeah, he keep the angle.
Keep his head off that
Position,
fucking
man,
line.
just in case. Especially with somebody fast like him with timing. You can't be out of position. You got that.
He strong as hell. He picked me up in there. It was fun though. Just to be in the ring with him, share the ring with him, test his IQ out a little bit, see some of the moves he's doing, and I'm gonna go take with me when I go fight. So I appreciate Dre.
That alone shows how serious this is because Ward does not coddle talent. He perfects fighters, and what he has been giving Shakur is patience, smart positioning, and the kind of championship calm that only appears when the lights shine brightest.
They're called few are chosen. He was the chosen one. How he stood apart was his talent, his gifts. He was able to do things that the average fighter wasn't able to do. It's something about elite fighters. Their talent stand out apart from, the competition, like way before it come to fruition. And I'm one that is where I'm looking and searching and seeking for that special talent.
Oh my God! I'm down.
Boxing means everything to me.
Hey, that's too easy.
Boxing is like my life. It's like something I'm married to. Like I feel like I'm married to boxing. Like I put my all into the sport. I do whatever I can to be the best, and I'm gonna keep doing whatever I can to get better and better. And
you saw it in flashes against Zapito, where Shakur didn't just handle the pressure, he broke it down, staying calm while chaos bounced off him. When you compare that to Teofimo's best performances, the difference is clear. Teofimo explodes and bursts while Shakur wears you down slowly until you realize you have nothing left. That control didn't come from a fancy gym. His grandfather Wally Moses laid the foundation early, starting with baseball to build strong hand-eye coordination. Constant exposure to boxing sparked Shakur's interest, and even as a young child he naturally began throwing punches, leading to early skill development and rapid progress.
Time went on, I started working with the mitts with him, at an early age, and he really got good at it. So by the time he turned 5 years old, I took him to the gym. But one day I took, like old karate pitcher, I took the boxing gloves, sat them here, took the baseball bat, sat it here, and I said, yo, whichever one you choose is gonna be your destiny. So he made a quick beer to the boxing glove, picked up the boxing glove, put him on his hand, said that's it. Everything else was hit.
At only 5 years old, he had to choose between baseball and boxing, and he went straight for the gloves, setting the path for everything that followed. That choice still drives him today because Shakur isn't after hype or attention. He works like a machine every day, analyzing Teofimo move by move until his skill and strategy align and only one of them comes out on top.
Going Greek, looking at the anticipation of the things that's coming forward. We're not looking past anybody, but, he's been working very hard and he's been in the gym a very good amount of time. And, I think he's taking this fight just as seriously as he would take any other fight, if not more. So I know for sure that I could say.
On the other side of that calm, controlled storm stands Teofimo Lopez, full of loud confidence, fully charged and grinning like he already sees the finish. This is the Teofimo who radiates belief in every move, joking, teasing, and even calling Shakur a road runner. But under all the showmanship, a sharper focus is quietly building.
Runner, I'm the coyote. You chose me. I ain't choose you. You chose me. So I'm gonna tell you straight the F up. You can go back to 135. We'll send you back to lightweight. You still got your WBC belt. You're gonna be fine. Shakur will fall. Cass. We are here at the Undisputed Performance Center, just in preparation for January 31st against Shakur Stevenson.
He was born for this. He's God gifted. We're implementing a lot of different things for this camp. You got to do things in there that people have never seen.
Every day is a different type of segment of working out. Earlier today, I had a little bit of strength and conditioning, and then swimming, exercising and expanding those lungs. And then we finish off late night. We come here and do 18 ounces of gloves, an hour, or as long as I...
Like this when he's losing. He jokes like this when he's locked in. You can hear it in how he talks about the fight, half playful, half warning, daring Shakur to make a move just so he can prove a point. This is the Teofimo who shines in big moments, turning pressure into fuel and doubt into motivation. He's at his best when fully ready. He eats, sleeps, and breathes boxing every day with a nutrition plan giving him more protein and extra meals between workouts instead of just before. He balances focus with controlled chaos in a way only he understands. And right there beside him is always Teofimo Sr. guiding the camp, the mindset and the confidence, reminding his son who he is and who he's been long before any doubts appeared.
He's the best whenever he's in good condition. Like they say, we eat, we sleep, everything boxing.
My nutritionist is anonymous. They're giving me a lot more protein than the previous camps. I'm actually having more meals in between rather than...
That father-son bond is still the driving force, the heartbeat of Teofimo's preparation for Stevenson, pushing him to trust his instincts, sharpen his timing, and embrace the explosiveness that has defined his best performances. This is the dangerous Teofimo zone where he works with focus, laughs with confidence, and stubbornly believes the world is wrong about him once again.
Ever since he started boxing, which was at 6, I really knew that he was really good when he started beating professional fighters at 13, 14 years old.
Between me and Shakur, when we were under top rank, because we were the next rising stars, we sparred. We did only 3 rounds back in Miami in 2016. I was getting the best out of him. You should have seen afterwards. Why do you think he said stop? He said stop recording. Come on, though.
And history shows that when Teofimo starts smiling like this, talking like this, and training like this, you're not facing doubt anymore. You're facing a fighter who fully expects to take over the ring and make everyone else try to catch up.
Most with this fight coming up, I don't even look at my fights after I fight. I just go clock in, do my work. Shakur and that community are all personal, buddy, where I'm like by myself a lot of times. But that's part of the success because they're all Michael Vicks and I'm a dog.
And right after Teofimo painted himself as the chaos master trying to drag this fight into rough waters, Oscar Valdez stepped in sounding like the guy who's actually been in that maze and knows how the walls move. Valdez didn't show up with hype, he showed up with experience. When he says the key against Shakur is not getting greedy, you feel it because greed is exactly how Shakur turns top fighters into frustrated shadows. Valdez kept stressing patience and not letting Shakur pull you into his pace. That's what people often miss because Shakur doesn't force his game on you, he narrows every choice until you have no option but to play it.
I'm coming to conquer.
You're not conquering
us. I get bullied constantly in the boxing world. Everyone's favoring Shakur Stevenson, although he's coming up to my weight class. I am the king of this division.
And I have Shakur jigger my,
You said you're gonna do what?
jigger my balls.
What? Shit, Wallace, you hard, bro. Pause. You hard.
So that's why we got to keep beating these guys. Beating Shakur, this is part of it to get to that next level. I pretty much have had almost everything thrown at me, and I look forward to see what will be thrown at me.
When Valdez describes how Shakur rocks back, taps you, then taps again and waits for you to load up so he can strike cleaner, that's not just commentary, that's breakdown at another level. I loved how Oscar admitted his own error, saying frustration got in because he grew up on the Morales era mindset, heart first action now, while Shakur plays chess with a smile, picking reactions like a hobby. Valdez made it clear Shakur isn't there to entertain, he's there to win, and that explains why this fight shakes people. Teofimo lives for big moments, Shakur lives for every single minute.
He's not gonna get off his game plan to fall into your trap. So if I'm Teofimo Lopez coach, I would tell him not to lose focus, not to get frustrated inside that ring. Stick to your game plan, whatever game plan it is. Press A, B.
But here's where Oscar added some heat. He didn't count Teofimo out at all. He said pressure can work, but only smart pressure, not reckless kamikaze moves. More like calculated suffocation, waiting for one clean shot and making it count. When Valdez calls this a true 50-50, it's not indecision, it's respect for Teofimo's ceiling, because he reminded us Teofimo rises when the challenge rises, even if he looks shaky at times. The way Valdez put it, Shakur is the puzzle, but Teofimo might be the only fighter strong and skilled enough to flip the table instead of solving it. That's why this fight feels less about guessing and more about measuring risk.
Stevenson, like I said, it's easier said than done with a fighter like that, because it's not like he's too back from you. He's just right there in your face, and once you throw, he just rocks back a little bit and touches you. Then it becomes very frustrating. Then when you start loading up, then he does it again. He starts loading up in his shots, but just unboxing you. So I would just say, it's like I said, it's a tough one for me to.
And right after Valdez framed this as more of a mental endurance test than a fist fight, Auggie Sanchez stepped in with the rarest perspective in boxing discussions. He's literally been in the ring with both fighters. That instantly raises the stakes. Auggie didn't talk like a fan guessing the outcome, he spoke like a coach recalling real moments. When he said Shakur never believed he had power until he actually dropped someone and looked shocked by his own hands, that shows exactly how dangerous Shakur is. Auggie highlighted that Shakur doesn't waste punches, and that's key because he doesn't beat you loudly, he beats you efficiently, like your phone battery dying faster than expected. He made it clear Shakur isn't Floyd 2.0. He's more grounded, more comfortable staying in front of you, landing shots, rolling just enough to make you miss, and then touching you back like a receipt.
Like, how do you beat a Shakur Stevenson?
I think how you beat a Shakur Stevenson, if I can go back and you do something, try. And I say this, try, because like I said, you just said it done, but try to put the pressure like Camarón Cepeda did. And just wait for your shot to land good, and make that down.
I think Teofimo's angles are going to play a big role because he's not one-dimensional. He likes to move and use those angles, and that could be a real factor against Shakur, who often stays in one spot. Teofimo can take advantage of that with his speed and power. He hits hard, and those angles combined with his movement make him a serious threat in the fight.
Those are gonna be a factor, because he likes to use those angles. He's not one-dimensional. He likes to use those angles, and I think that's going to kind of be a factor in the fight of, for Shakur, because Shakur kind of stay in one spot, and so Teofimo could be utilizing those angles to use, so to his advantage, and so I think Teofimo, I think that's going to be a big factor, for him, is his angles and his speed. And his power.
And then Auggie flips the perspective, reminding us he worked with Teofimo too. Same Olympic camp, same Colorado Springs grind, same endless sparring where everyone knew Teofimo had speed, power, angles, and that explosive athleticism you can't teach. What stood out was Auggie stressing Teofimo's angles, not just his power, because that's where this fight will live or die. He made it clear Teofimo isn't one-dimensional, and if he uses those angles to disrupt Shakur's timing, that's when it gets really interesting. But Auggie also reminded everyone that Shakur's timing and counters are elite, and if you give him space he will find you. The wild part is hearing Auggie talk about how close they all were back then, hanging out, sparring non-stop, and now they're fighting for legacy and real stakes, which makes this feel less like drama and more like unfinished business. Auggie didn't take a side, and that's the loudest message of all. When a coach who's seen both up close says let the best man win, he's really saying this is a technical battle where one mistake decides everything.
And and maybe capitalize off of. I don't know if he'll knock him out or stop. I don't know if he has the power to actually stop to stop Teofimo. But I think he has the power to get the respect of him. But it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a technical fight.
Do you give the edge to either guy just by the slightest, or having known them, you're not trying to pick a
I'm not trying.
Let them make the
Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get into a real debate on this one. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Ring Decoded. See you in the next video.